Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Church of Caboose, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. In this video, I'm going to try to show you guys some tips and tricks for doing the Wait For It challenge, which is the first challenge for the Vault of Glass raid. These challenges are mostly important if you're trying to do the seal, but they also give you an extra pinnacle drop, so if your main focus is trying to power up, some of these challenges, especially ones that are a little bit easier, are going to be things that are going to really help you out for trying to get to max power, whether you're just doing it for fun, or if you're prepping for things like Grandmaster or Nightfalls, as well as the upcoming Master version of the Vault of Glass. So if you do enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, you sons of bitches. It's the right thing to do, as well as like the video and comment down below. So now we've kind of gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get on into it. So the Wait For It challenge is within the confluxes of the portion of the Vault of Glass. The first encounter, we have to open up the spire. It does not really count as an encounter as far as the raid goes, so if you're thinking it has anything to do with opening up and standing on those plates, you would be wrong. It's on the very first thing that gives you pinnacle reward, which is confluxes. Now, in general, confluxes work where you have to just defend the confluxes and make sure nothing sacrifices, and every now and then there's going to be a wire-in for one per each conflux that's up for each wave. Now, in general, the confluxes are pretty easy. It's basically first conflux is in the first wave. There's only one. Kill all the ads, kill the wire-in, and then you have like an ad phase where you don't get marked for negation. Then you have two confluxes, one left and right. Then you kill the wire-ins, and then you clear out the ad phase. And then you got three confluxes, one left, one middle, one right. And then you clear all the ads, and then it's over. But for the challenge, you need to only kill the wire-ins when they are starting to sacrifice. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips because that sounds pretty easy, and really this is not that bad of a challenge, so I'm not going to spend like a ton of time on my channel trying to cover everything I can to give you guys useful stuff, especially when it comes to raids, because they can be rather tricky. Now, as I already said, the challenge Wait For It is just don't kill the wire-ins until they are sacrificed. So like when they're starting to get that digital vexy thing, and you can tell they're kind of going into the conflux, that's when you want to kill them. So there's kind of a couple of ways you guys can go about this. You could run incredibly strong supers, things like Thunder Crash, Blade Barrage, Chaos Reach, Nova Bomb, stuff like that, and just wait for the wire-ins to start to sacrifice. But you can also do things like just make those wire-ins a little bit weak, so that way all you gotta do is just hit them with some Anarchy and Breach and Clear, and boom, they're done. Or maybe use something like a Crown Splitter sword or a sword in general, and it's really not that bad. There's a couple of things though that I want to let you guys know about that to be careful of. If you use Breach and Clear, be careful about sticking the wire-ins with Anarchy, because you can accidentally kill the wire-in before it starts to sack, because Breach and Clear is really strong. If your teammates aren't paying a whole lot of attention, or if you just kind of forget to pay attention and just kind of miss that purpley void thing, you could very easily accidentally kill the wire-in on your own. So I would suggest using something like a Truth Teller or something like another special grenade launcher, because you can just put the Breach and Clear without having it be continuous damage, because Anarchy will burn over I don't know, it seems like it's like a 15-second period, which can do lots and lots of damage, especially if people aren't paying a whole lot of attention. But if you use like a Truth Teller or a special grenade launcher, just kind of hit it once, people are not going to be able to as easily accidentally kill the wire-in. Also, I would suggest you guys be really careful when it comes to like how you're like maneuvering around the map. As you guys can see from the gameplay, this was not my best roll, my best take at this challenge. I died a couple of times. So it can be a little bit tricky with the Templar trying to shoot at you, especially if you're in the middle. So I kind of did for future runs was I tried to hide more behind the pillars and just kind of really rely on things like Thunder Crash, Blade Barrage, and Nova Bomb, because I was finding a lot of difficulty, especially for those middle conflux, to not be destroyed by the boss and be killed by the ads, because the ads can be really tricky, right? If you're trying to not kill the wire-in, you still got to worry about the ads, and you might get too focused on just the wire-in and let too many ads be around, and that just creates a lot of incoming fire, which can be a little bit tricky. So don't forget about the ads. And that's really all I have for you guys for this this encounter. Like, there's not a whole lot to it. It's possible it might be a little bit bugged right now. I have heard that when we did our run, we accidentally killed one Wyvern when we weren't sure that it was actually sacrificing, and we didn't see challenge failed. And something they changed with the notification for challenge failed is it's in bright red colors in the bottom left of your screen. It used to be in white. It was really easy to miss because it looked like every single other notification that would pop up on your screen, and so it's really easy to accidentally miss the challenge. And so if you just kind of pay attention to down there, if you're like, oh shoot, was that it? Watch the bottom left of your screen. If it says challenge failed, then you can wipe, or just, if you guys are like, you know what, screw it, let's just finish it, keep going, whatever. But that's just how it is now. It's a dark or maybe bright red. It's really obvious in my opinion. On the bottom left, it will say challenge failed. As long as you don't see challenge failed, you're good. Just keep going. I've heard that this might be a little bit bugged, that sometimes just killing the Wyverns, regardless of if they're sacrificing or not, doesn't count. I haven't really personally tried testing it out because I didn't think it was necessary or like that hard to just kind of wait and let them go anyways. So let me know down below, is this challenge actually bugged? This is just something I was hearing when I was running with some groups last night. If anyone's curious, as of the recording of this video on June 16th, I am 0 for 15 for Vex Mythoclast. Every week on my Twitter, by the way, follow me on Twitter. It's at Church of Caboose. I just do an update. Usually it's just a tweet of 0 and 12, 0 and 15. I'm just going to keep doing it until I actually finally get Vex Mythoclast, because I feel like I want to kind of pay more attention to how many runs it actually takes me, so that way it's not like Eyes of Tomorrow and I'm like, oh, I think it was around like my 30th clear. So I'm trying to keep more attention and tabs on when it actually drops, so that way maybe it helps people to either feel worse because maybe I get it before them, or to feel not as bad because they're like, you know what, maybe I've only got 10 clears, but look at this guy, he had to do it 50 times before it dropped, like whatever the case may be. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you're wondering about the lack of content on my channel right now, I am thinking about kind of doing like a little bit of an update video. There's some kind of big changes in my life. I'm not going to necessarily, if I do this video, give like a whole lot of detail. It's just going to be something where I'm like, hey, here's like the broad skinny, here's kind of what you can maybe expect, because there's some stuff that I might be working on in my own personal journey of growing as a human being, and so that might help you guys to feel like I'm not just completely abandoning you if I give an explanation. So I think I'll go ahead and maybe do one of those. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Remember, YouTube suppresses the crap out of anything under 10 minutes, and I wanted to keep these guys as short and efficient for you guys as possible, which is why I'm putting all this like extra information and sort of rambling kind of at the end, because then it's kind of dragging out the video a little bit without having you guys have to sit through the dragging of the video. So that way you already got the information that you want to have. Alright, so make sure you guys share, like the video, comment, subscribe. All that stuff will really help me out, especially when the video is way under 10 minutes. That'd be incredibly appreciated. If for nothing else, because we have at least one giant YouTuber that is a meme for how long his intros are, and I tried to do the exact opposite and put it on the end. So, if for no other reason, support me because of that. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm Church of Caboose. Have a great week and happy grinding, y'all.